Hi guys. So Mario Gonzalez requested this one, Cancerbero, Stupid Love Story. ¿Y por qué se llamará Stupid Love Story? No la he escuchado esta canción. Eh, y muy pocas de Cancerbero, pero vamos a entrarle porque esta es una que la gente pide bastante, porque es un era un buen liricista. Y la última que oí de él, que me la pidieron también, estuvo bien buena. Así que vamos a ver esta cómo es. And it's surprising too that he says it in English, the title of the song.
Detesto cuando pasa esto, tener un sueño y sentir que fue cierto aún cuando ya estás despierto.
So he's saying here that he hates when this happens, that he has a dream and then you wake up. I mean, he hates it when we have when you have a dream, why is it that I can, okay, there it goes. When you have a dream and then you wake up and you think that it really happens, well, sometimes that's a good thing, but other times that's not a good thing. And in this case, it wasn't a good thing for him because he wanted it to be true. Other times, it's a good thing that it's not real because you might have a nightmare and you wake up and you're like, it wasn't real. Shouldn't, sorry. Sorry if I bursted your ears when I touch my microphone with my hands. I'm not used to using this, but it's much better so that way people cannot hear the songs.
Cuando pasa esto, tener un sueño y sentir que fue cierto aún cuando ya estás despierto. Te veías igual de... Por supuesto.
Oh, I like that onomatopoeia. So he said, I'm not going to return it. I'm sorry. He said, you look so, oh my God, so good. Nice way of describing a beautiful woman. Oh my God. When is it, Erica? Oh no, look at that. All right. Ah, Juro haber sentido el olor de tu cabello en mi pecho. I swear I felt the smell. Oh, that's a nice way of playing with words there. Using felt as a as a substitute for smelling. Because actually that's what he's doing. I swear I have smelled your hair on my chest. I swear that I still smell your hair on my chest. Now he has to, let me see where is it. There you go. You gotta get used to this camera. So when you have the woman like that, that's what he's talking about. And she's laying on his chest. But instead of saying that he smelled it, that he swear he can smell it, he's saying that he feels it. He feels the smell of her hair.
Despierto, te veías igual de... Por supuesto, juro haber sentido el olor de tu cabello en mi pecho. Qué arrecho que lo recuerde después de tanto tiempo. Es como si en mi cerebro viven esos momentos congelados hasta que sin consentimiento salen a hacer travesuras.
Okay, arrecho means angry for Venezuelan. If it was Colombians, I would have thought of something else. I would have thought they meant horny. Or he meant horny because that's how Colombians use that word, arrecho. But Venezuelan used it as they're angry. So he's like, it's so angry that after so long in my brain, those moments still live, frozen, without my consent. And they come out to play without measurement, without considering my feelings. That's why they call him a poet. That's why people like him. The way he plays with words and the way he uses word. I mean, he uses verbs that not that do not that do not go with the subject or the direct object, but yet he makes it the way he wrote it, the way the way he put it in the syntax and the bar. it's it works. You understand what he's saying, and it's beautiful too. I mean, like this way of in other words, he's thinking about her, but the way he writes it, it's like I get angry that after so long, after so many years, my brain In my brain, those moments still live, frozen without my consent, and then they come out to play without without thinking about, without considering my feeling, without measuring my feelings. Wow, because mesura is measure, right?
Mesura con mis sentimientos. Estaban en lo cierto nuestros allegados. Aún no he muerto de amor a pesar que así pensamos. No, al menos así lo pensé yo. Contento hubiese asesinado por recuperar tus ojos bellos. No.
Ah, that's beautiful. Okay, so he's saying, that it's true that he's not dying of love, that he's still alive. Because, that's what his friends tell him and people say in general. Nadie se muere de amor. Nobody dies of love. So, and that's true. That's a fact. So he's like, yeah, they were right. But, I would have killed, to just recover your beautiful eyes.
Por recuperar tus ojos bellos, nudo en el cuello, veo tus redes sociales, cada foto supera la anterior en lo feliz que sale, vale, por ello no me sale, o sea, no me nace escribirte, siquiera pensar en molestar lo que construiste, después de que te fuiste sabiamente, obviamente solo vi después de herirte torpemente.
Oh, I like that play on word right there. I like that use sabiamente and the way he has accentuated. He broke it. Él partió la palabra sabia para poder encajar en el beat. And then here what he's saying, that he sees her in the pictures, photos after photo, and she looks like she's happy. She's having a ball. So he's like, I'm afraid to destroy what you have already built. I don't want to destroy that. After you left after you wisely left me. So, después que te fuiste sabiamente, meaning after you wisely left, obviously I only saw that after I clumsily hurted you, after I clumsily hurt you.
Obviamente solo vi después de herirte torpemente. Al fin y al cabo ser feliz es lo que debo exigirte. Y si ya eres feliz sin mí, no puedo contradecirte. Anoche mientras dormía bajo Dios y me dijo que vos ya te olvidaste de mí. Y sí, gracias a Dios que ya ni creo en Dios. Así que olvidé su voz y me dormí para soñarte aquí.
That's interesting that you're using the pronoun vos. I don't think Venice, maybe he's from Caracas, right? I don't know. I have met a lot of Venezuelans in my life and they don't use the word vos. I know that maybe there's some of them that are near Colombia that they might, but I'm surprised. But I know he used vos so he can rhyme it with vos inside. And that's because the we don't pronounce the Z, we pronounce an S. So vos. But it's interesting because he's saying, last night, while I slept, God came down and he told me that you already forgot about me. And yeah, thanks to God because I don't even believe in God. So that way I forgot your voice and I slept. No, I forgot his voice and I slept and I dreamt about you. So he woke up and God came down and God told him, hey, she forgot about you already. And he's like, oh, great. Okay, fine. But it's a good thing I don't believe in you. So bye. I'm going to go back to sleep. And I started dreaming about you again, about her.
Gracias a Dios que ya ni creo en Dios. Así que olvidé su voz y me dormí para soñarte aquí. Te veías igual de... Por supuesto, juro haber sentido el olor de tu cabello en mi pecho. De hecho, el cigarro y tu recuerdo amargo es todo lo que dejo siempre y regresa sin embargo. Hey, te esperaré así no lo
So he's
sepas.
saying that he only has that bitter taste and the smell of cigarette. And he's waiting for her because he's waiting for her still. It's her memory is the only thing that he has, and it comes back. And then she's like, well, hey, I'll wait for it here. I will wait for your memory. I
Todo
will
lo
wait
que
for
dejo
you.
siempre y regresa sin embargo. Hey, te esperaré así no lo sepas. Así tenga que hacer en forma de te quiero. Miles de caretas las haré y las luciré cuando deba ante cualquier mujer que no se merezca mi cara seca. Y no me...
So it's interesting right here because he's saying right now that he's gonna fake love. He's gonna try to go with other women's, and he's gonna fake being in love with her because with those women, he's gonna fake in the face and his look So that way, because they don't deserve his dry face, because he doesn't have any feelings for these women. So he's going to be with other women and he will tell them that he loves them just so that that way, they don't deserve the treatment of a dry face, even though they're getting a lie. I don't know about that. I don't think any woman wants a lie. Not, it doesn't matter. Not, well, there's some, okay.
Formas de te quiero, miles de caretas las haré y las luciré cuando deba ante cualquier mujer que no se merezca mi cara seca. Y no me importa cuántos años pasen, cuántos hijos tengas, yo estaré esperándote. Y no me importará con quién te cases, cuántos años tengas, yo estaré esperándote. Y no me importa cuánto tiempo sea ni cómo te veas, yo estaré esperándote.
That's beautiful. So he's telling her that he's going to wait for her. It doesn't matter how many years go by. It doesn't matter how many kids she has. If she gets married. It doesn't matter how she looks. It doesn't matter how old they are. He's going to wait for her.
No me importará cuál sea nuestra edad, yo estaré esperándote para pedirte otra oportunidad. Detesto cuando pasa esto, tener un sueño y sentir que fue cierto aún cuando ya estás despierto. 40 y pico años después y aún te pienso, comienzo a pensar que es tiempo de olvidarme de tus besos.
Oh, so now this is a fictional love story because now he's talking in the future. So he started again with the same thing he said in the beginning with like, I hate it when this happened. You have a dream and you think it's real, and then you wake up from the dream and you're thinking that it was real, that it really happened. So now 40 years have gone by and he's still waiting for her.
Al menos no perdí el sentido del
Oh,
humor,
and
pues
there's a funny joke right here too. He's able to throw in some humorism.
pensar que es tiempo de olvidarme de tus besos. Al menos no perdí el sentido.
At least I didn't lose the sense of humor because in the line before he had said, I started thinking, after a while, I started thinking that it should be time by now that I forget about you. And then he's like, yeah, of course, he's being sarcastic because after 40 years, obviously he should have forgotten her, but he still hasn't. So he's like, at least I have a sense of humor. I can make fun of myself.
Sentido del humor, pues mi sentido del amor sin ti es sin sentido, por supuesto. Y mientras estés viva y mientras no esté muerto, aunque no sepas, seguiré esperando el momento perfecto.
And then he did a dichotomy, not a dichotomy. He followed it up with the sense that he has of love. Without her, there's no sense. So he played around. He played around with the word sentido, sentido, which is sense, but something that it could also mean that you felt. But he's saying I didn't lose my sense of humor. So in this thing is the sense. Because my sense of love without you doesn't exist. There's no sense. If I don't have you, I have no sense of love.
Es sin sentido, por supuesto. Y mientras estés viva y mientras no estés muerto, aunque no sepas, seguiré esperando el momento perfecto. Aún conservo las tarjetas que hiciste esa Navidad para mostrártelas por si nos une otra oportunidad. Aunque quizá prefieras antes estar sola. Pero si en tus fotos ya no estás feliz, me verás en persona porque no me importa cuántos años pasen.
Okay, so he's still waiting for her. He's telling her that he sees her in the pictures and she still looks so happy. But one day, he's waiting for the moment that she posts a sad picture. And the moment she does that, he's going to step in. And again, he's going to repeat, it doesn't matter how many years go by, how many kids you have, I'll still be waiting for you.
En cuántos hijos tengas, yo estaré esperándote. Y no me importará con quién te cases, cuántos años tengas, yo estaré esperándote. Y no me importa cuánto tiempo sea, ni cómo te veas, yo estaré esperándote. Y no me importará cuál sea nuestra edad, yo estaré esperándote para pedirte otra oportunidad. Era una nublada mañana, una anciana lloraba desconsolada en mi epitafio que rezaba que aquí yacía alguien que amó a una mujer que perdió y esperó hasta el último suspiro que le quedaba.
Oh my God, tragedy, novelas. Drama y drama. So now there's an old lady standing in front of a tomb and she's crying in front of his tomb. He's still writing, he's still talking, but he's dead now. So she's crying because here lies the love that she could never reach. She was never able to fulfill this love. She loved him too.
Alguien que amó a una mujer que perdió y esperó hasta el último suspiro que le quedaba. Pero él nunca pensó lo que ella pensaba, y es que durante años ella por él también esperaba. Nunca se acercó porque en su foto feliz se notaba. Al fin y al cabo,
Oh Lord. So she was doing the same thing that he was doing. She was looking at his photos on Instagram and social media, and she saw that he was happy. So she was like, hey, I'm not gonna bother him because I want him to be happy, but I love him. I want to be with him. So I'm gonna wait for the moment that I can be with him when he's no longer happy. But he kept posting happy pictures, and she was doing the same. Now that happens in real life.
eso era lo que ella deseaba también.
Oh, so she also decided that for him that he was happy. So she didn't want to bother him because he was taking picture. He looked so happy. So she was like, hey, he's happy without me. Let him be happy.
Era lo que ella deseaba también. Eso era lo que ella deseaba también. Yeah, yeah, realidad común. Yeah, yeah, realidad común. Yeah, yeah, realidad común.
Common reality. That's what he said.
Yeah, yeah, realidad común.
Interesting story. Now I know why they call it stupid love. Now I know why he called it stupid love story. It's a love story, and instead of being end, and it was endless, but it was stupid because they never got together. Because each one of them was thinking that the other one was happy. So they don't want to, interrupt their happiness. So neither one of them approached each other after they broke up. They were together, they broke up, and he felt she was better off without him, and she felt the same. And then now she's crying in his, you know, tomb because she never was able to get back with him. Interesting anyway. So if you got to the end of this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, don't forget to subscribe, and leave a nice comment. Bye.